Not sure I absolutely believe it, but it says it. We just gotta wait for people to show up and start saying they're here. If you told your stream you were showing up, then I'm sure people will be jumping right in. So
I did. I should put a link to it. See if nobody else did. Usually someone does. Ah, poop. Can you send me a link to the live chat in the chat in here so I can post it real quick?
I am sure my mod, who is more skilled at these things than I am, will be doing so.
Can I have a link in the chat so I can share it?
Yeah, see, there's Dritz.
There's
So
John.
we have already established that we are no longer alone screaming into the void. Thankfully.
Yay! I was enjoying the alone time.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was an audience just off screen. It's like those actors and actresses, alone time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Precisely.
Totally alone time.
There's definitely alone.
Okay, close that down, and then I gotta go over here. And I did not post about it in places I should have posted about it. It's okay. I'm sure my mod will post on Facebook and stuff for me. It'll be fine. And then I just need to turn my phone upside down so I don't look at it. Okay, so welcome in, everyone. It's the June 2026 live chat. As you can see, obviously, with all the blue, we have the lovely, famous, I make word sounds with my mouth, Parsno.
Part of that was true. Hello! Hello, hello! Yes.
Well, that is what your tab said on your thing when I put you into the channel.
Yeah. The I make word sounds is for sure. That I meant the famous one part was
You're famous in my heart. That's all that matters.
Thank you. I also like that apparently this camera is just streaky, like just dirty enough.
Just streaky enough that you get the halo effect going from your lights.
I'm getting like RuPaul season 1 vibes right now. Just that kind of vaguely hazy.
It's hazy and streaky. It's just fine.
Yeah, exactly. I'm keeping it.
Well, I mean, the lights go with the hair, which go with the clothes. It all works together.
Yeah.
Fabulous in a slightly blurry kind of way.
Precisely. My lens, my lens has astigmatism. Exactly.
It's fine. If I take off my glasses, everything comes into focus again.
Yeah, I have 20/10 vision after my eye surgery because I had intraocular lenses done. I have 20/10 vision, so I have very, very good vision with a tiny bit of astigmatism. So I can see immaculately. It's just I see multiple of things occasionally. They're just a little bit off. They're just in very high def.
Would Infamous be more accurate? No, because she'll never do anything wrong to really be infamous for it. The giant marshmallow that she is.
I don't know. It's always the quiet ones that get you, man. Like I could be like a secret
the only way
serial killer.
The only way you're going infamous is if somebody upsets somebody you care about. Yeah, because you go Mama Bear in a hurry, but if it's you, Marshmallow. So
yeah. I'm real bad about that. Like I should have gone off on that tow truck on Saturday, but I didn't. Tow trucks are a scam. Or at least the company in Bangor who does it is a scam.
About to say, depending on the company, yes, that is a company by company thing. I've had cars towed a total of 4 times in my life so far, and at least one of them was like fee, other fee. I'm like, really? The other 3 were all very straightforward. This is what we charge. This is what it is per mile. This is how far we moved you, because they ran the trip meter as soon as we got in the car.
Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah. So it depends on the company, though.
Yeah, this was a being towed from a lot situation. This was towed off of private property for BS reasons, but
so you were one of those, oh, well, you parked incorrectly, so he towed your vehicle moments.
Yeah, there's a business that was closed. The owners are in like Nova Scotia. They are retired, long gone. We all know that in Bangor. So they have a very large parking lot right in downtown Bangor. So I was going to a business that was just on the other side of that parking lot. So I parked there. Nothing weird about the parking lot. That sign has been up that says private property, violators will be towed. We've all been using this parking lot for a very long time because it's an empty business. Last night they decided that they were going to enforce, or not last night, Saturday night, they were going to enforce that tow rule. Yeah. And they towed the car at 8:30 to a lot that closes at 6 p.m. and opens at 6 in the morning and then charges a mandatory storage fee.
That sounds like the tow company was like, well, we got a contract and we're going to enforce it because we want our money.
Yeah, it seems like somebody owns a piece of property in some prime real estate in downtown Bangor that people are going to want to park on, so they've got to deal with a tow company where they get kickbacks for the towing.
Sounds right. I mean,
Cash
hey,
only, by the way.
if I was retired and living in Nova Scotia, I could use some extra kicking around money too. So
right, fuck, and all cash only, of course, because
of course,
obviously.
Well, obviously, we don't need records of what was charged to who for how much that might have to be reported at some point.
No, we can't have any of that. No, it's ridiculous.
That would cause issues later down the road for them. Can't have that.
No, we can't. No. Paper trail, we don't even know her. No.
So as I was saying, welcome in everyone. It's June. We have Andy here. We've had the Andy sat down and therefore told us about her life moment.
Yeah.
If you've been to her Discord, you understand. If you know, you know.
Yup.
Welcome in though. So this is of course the monthly live chat that I do to give back to all you wonderful people who have supported me in becoming an author, and have coincidentally also supported the fabulous Andy over here, who narrates the majority of my stuff and has been the sole narrator on my things for a few years now. Yeah. And as long as she doesn't tell me no, she will continue to be the sole narrator on my things going forward. And if she tells me no, I'm going to throw myself on the floor and beat my arms and legs up and down and cry hysterically until she says yes. Because as we established earlier, she's a mushroom. Yeah. A mushroom. Yeah. She's a marshmallow.
I'm both. Can I be a marshmallow shaped like a mushroom?
I mean, sure.
I want it. I'm a marshmallow. I'm a mushroom shaped marshmallow.
You could have the marshmallow with the mushroom like head.
Perfect.
I'm not surprised.
If you know, you know.
No.
Yeah. Hey, we made it. It hasn't been 10 minutes and we said mushroom. So
I mean, there have been implications already, and we're only 8 minutes into the live chat. So, you know.
Somebody said a mushroom, and that's it. I'm a mushroom.
She's a mushroom. I think we could take those and smash them together. That's fine.
I like it.
As long as it tastes like a marshmallow, I'm down. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
If it tastes like a mushroom, I'm gonna think about it. It's a bit earthy. Depends on the mushroom at that point.
Heavily depends on the mushroom. Also, heavily depends on the texture. I don't want a marshmallow texture that tastes like a mushroom.
Fair.
Ooh, I don't like that at all. That sounds awful.
Because if you go the other way with it, a marshmallow with a mushroom texture is just a slightly stale marshmallow. So
it's true. That just feels correct. If you toast a marshmallow and then squish the ends out, it looks like a mushroom.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it felt right.
Honestly,
tasted fine.
Yeah, there's enough mushrooms out there. That is probably very accurate. It looks like one of them.
So, as with all live chats while we're here with Andy, things will be a little chaotic. We will get to all the questions at some point. Andy might dip out long before we reach the end, which I won't blame her for. She did stop her workday early just to be here, folks. So we thank her repeatedly. I ask her every month to show up, but with her schedule and life, there's very few times I can pull her over. I think mostly she came over because we're also coming up on the Lit RPG Con.
We are.
And it's going to give us more things to ramble about. So
yep. And I'm recording Heavenly Chaos, so it worked out. Yeah. It was double whammy. Yeah.
Also currently recording Heavenly Chaos. So book 5, you're more than halfway through it at this point too.
Oh yeah, we only have a couple hours left. We're in the 30s chapters, so it's yeah.
You'll finish up sometime this week, which will be really nice. Are you gonna squeeze another book in before Lit RPG Con then?
There is. It's Azarinth Healer next. Azarinth Healer. There we go. Man, talking today.
Not one of the longer ones, I hope.
No, and I have technically there's 3 weeks left before Lit RPG Con, and then I have a week on the other side of it. So if something's left over, I have some cleanup time and stuff. So I planned I made plans. I'm really working on things. I know. Who am I?
Who are you? What did you do with my friend?
Oh, somebody who's
The
really
Andy I
endeavoring to be
know
better.
never plans.
I know. And I'm
And if
also
she
a much
does, it
happier,
never
healthier
works
version.
out.
Yes. It usually fails catastrophically, but I am much happier and more relaxed since attempting to plan better and having an assistant. It helps a great deal.
Having an assistant does help a
Oh,
great
yeah.
deal.
It helps hugely.
You can handle all the things I don't want to do.
Yeah,
Like,
and
take this.
it's the best. And I have Matthew, my partner, is handling my Instagram story type stuff, like actual Instagram posts and things that I don't do. So those, if you see my Instagram being more active, that's because he posts to it.
I'm gonna
And
I'm gonna
it's
I'm
daily
gonna
life.
adjacent this just a little bit. You've said on your Discord recently that your
Mhm.
Patreon is also getting an overhaul.
Yep.
So is he also
Yep.
taking that then too?
Yep. Fortunately, that's something that he likes doing, and he loves the video editing and that kind of stuff. I've recorded a bunch of promo videos and stuff like that. So there'll be stuff rolling out over time.
Very nice. It's one of the things I keep telling myself I'm going to do is get somebody to handle the TikToks and Instagrams and stuff, and I just haven't done it yet.
Well, video
So,
editing is his thing. So if you want to talk about that off stream, gladly.
okay. I don't handle social media things well,
hard.
so
Yeah, same.
it's difficult.
Same. Same boy, same.
It took me a lot to do the one for, oh god damn it, I'm bad with names. Very nice lady has been doing the Road to Lit RPG stuff. I'm sure somebody will help me out here.
Sam?
Yeah, she
Same.
contacted me and asked me for the spot for, you know, going to be at Lit RPG Con.
Yeah.
So she did that and then tagged me in it on Instagram and stuff, and I'm like because that's like the extent of my presence on things.
That's been me. Yeah. I'm really endeavoring to be better about it because that's been mine. If I repost, it's a miracle. It's because I remembered Instagram exists. I've purposefully kept my Instagram kind of more personal too, though, because all of my other stuff is so work centric that I couldn't operate in any of it without it being completely work centric. Instagram is more me. It's more like my art stuff and like the stuff for Bleak Mass and that kind of thing. So it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Can I just say that I'm into Heavenly Chaos now that I've reread
Series.
around like 6 times now? Well, I'm gonna say you probably also listened to it, in which case I'm gonna blame Andy because you know she brings them to life. All I do is write them.
That's a fabulous series. I love Heavenly Chaos. It's what I'm doing right. It's what I'm recording right now, and I love it.
Actual question this evening. Do you do something special, DJ? Your head looks especially shiny tonight. I just took the 2 hairs on the top of my head and cut them off. So
you got out the turtle wax.
Thank you. No, just cut the 3 hairs off the top of the head. Removed the Homer Simpson hairline. That was it.
Perfect. 10 out of 10. No notes.
So that's the extent of my stuff there. Appreciate that though. Please stare into the blinding aspect some more. I have so many questions for you, but none that you will answer. That is right because I don't do spoilers. So
yeah, this is true.
If you're here, if you have spoiler question, it's never going to get answered.
You can ask me, and I'll give you a made up answer.
I will lie to you.
Yeah, I'll fully lie to you.
She has no idea, but she'll make it sound convincing, and you'll probably believe it until it turns out to not be right. But Andy said.
Do you remember back when we were trying to figure out where in the books it called what's her nuts a gargoyle in Binding Words?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where in the books that character was called a gargoyle. We looked everywhere in the books. Turns out Daniel had said it on stream, in the stream, and then all of us just were talking about it. It became Daniel Zeitgeist that this character was a gargoyle, because it is. It just wasn't brought up in the text, and all of us were very confused as to where it was supposed to be in the books. Yeah.
And then I eventually did mention the books just because. So.
Yep. But eventually it was there.
Up to that point, it had not been mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned on a stream. I might have mentioned it to you off stream.
Yeah, and I probably just talked about it. Or no, I think it was because we were talking about that scene and everybody in the stream was talking about it. Because I think we were trying to figure out like the accent for them or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But I try not to actually share spoiler stuff on stream when you share it with me. I wouldn't have tried. I tried not to do that.
See,
Yes.
we won't mention why that lens got smeared.
Do you really want to know?
I mean, I would love to, but once again, I'm not sure that I'm going to get an actual answer. It's probably going to be made up.
Yep. Because the real answer is so boring.
I accidentally touched the lens once, and I just haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet. You know,
I need to bring a cloth in that will actually clean the lens, because otherwise it's just my shirt, and it's kind of shit at that. So,
I mean,
yes,
I do things like that occasionally, but none of my series really call for parking. So, we're gonna tow Dreams. It's docked illegally on the station. I think Dreams would object.
Now I want Dreams to argue with a tow truck driver. Oh, that would be freaking hilarious. And complete nonsense.
We're impounding Dreams. You docked her incorrectly. I have a ship full of people that are gonna object. I don't know how you're gonna pull this one off.
Yep, would love to know.
I mean, with the blue hair, with the color changing hair, it can be a thing.
It does. It doesn't not fit. I'll put it that way.
You have lost quite a bit of weight since I've seen you last.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
I can tell in your chin.
Yeah, it's a lot here. Like, this is showing a lot.
For
more
me, it's here though, because I can actually see where your chin now comes down and comes instead of I hide it with I hide the fact I don't have that with my beard. So
yeah, it's weird. I can see it in my neck and my chin whenever I'm on camera. But yeah, I think I'm 50 pounds down.
Yeah,
ultimately, something like that. It's something like that total.
It makes a difference, and if you're doing it day by day, you don't notice it so much until maybe you see a photo or something from like a few months before, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
I
thing.
saw a video from an interview. Yeah, and I was like, ooh, wow, face, lot bigger face. Got it. Okay. Also, clothes fit weird. I have so many clothes that fit weird now. That's a disturbing thing. But
yeah, then you got to get to the bit. Eventually, you're going to be like, okay, I really actually have to do something about the weird fitting clothes. Yeah. And then it's a whole thing of, well, should I keep some of them just in case? And then they go in a closet and you forget about them. Yeah. Anybody who's been in this route before.
Yep. It's insane. Yeah, weight loss is a great use for shopping. Multiple tokens, 75% are scams. See? Verified.
I just wanted to give you confirmation.
Thank you. That was very validating, and I really appreciate it. I'm still so angry at them.
Of what you thought. I appreciate that, Bob. Thank you, sir.
Very nice. It was. Is.
But Lit RPG Con, Andy, how many panels are you on this year? Because I know we all got our schedules recently.
We did, and I didn't count them. Matthew's working on my announcement post right now, so I just sent it. 1 second. There it is. Andy. I am on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the variety show.
So you have
and then
a productive we'll go with productive work conference, because it's totally business, totally not going to just see friends and hang out, totally business related.
Precisely. Yeah, exactly. That's all.
Everything about it is work centric.
Oh yeah.
In case the government is watching this later, totally work centric.
Yes, precisely. It is all work from beginning to end, and I don't have any enjoyable dinners or hangouts with any of my friends whatsoever.
We couldn't possibly have fun while at work. That goes against the whole idea of work being a 4-letter word.
Yes. Oh, and Jen did remind me there is also a signing, and I will be hanging out at Daniel's table, kind of in between things, more than likely as well, just because that's kind of Daniel's my safe.
I'll have Hayes.
Yeah, Daniel's a safe place. It can get a little overwhelming walking through the press the whole time, like walking through
Hmm.
just so many people all the time. So it's nice to kind of step away for a minute, and especially because I will have Hayes with me for the first time ever, which is a huge deal.
Big deal.
I will be babying him a tiny bit because I'm protective. So, but we will be around. I will be hanging with Daniel and stuff and off time.
Yeah, my tables are just outside of the dealer's room, since I will be giving 95 or more percent of things on my table away. So I didn't feel the need to be in the locked room. So it's also in that nice little corner there. So it's
Oh
a
yeah,
nice defensible position if you're starting to feel like there's just too many people. We can just
yes,
tuck you in the corner and hide you behind boxes or something.
precisely. Oh, point of clarification. Hayes is my husband. Sorry. So
Yes.
that makes it confusing
Her
because I just said Matthew is my partner. Polly. So
this also her Hayes is not Jeff Hayes,
it's
because
not.
there was a lot of confusion for that, like the first year or two Andy hung around the Lit RPG group.
Dude, like people thought I was married to Jeff Hayes for a while. There was a post that was like, I had no idea we had a lit RPG royalty couple, Jeff Hayes and Andrea Parsnow. I can't believe this. And I'm like, oh my God, no, my husband's name is Hayes. And that is one is a first name, one is a last name. They're completely different people.
So
So yeah, no.
if we smash them together, we get Hayes Hayes.
Yes,
Hayes
we get Hayes
squared.
Hayes. Yes. Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
It'd be really, really interesting. I'm glad Hayes is coming out to a convention. I know he's wanted to, but he also has medical conditions that that are a concern. So starting him off with a slightly less busy convention like Lit RPG compared to, I don't know, a Dragon Con
Yeah.
is probably a good idea. 3,000 people versus what was it last time, like 110,000 people.
Oh god, yeah, it's insane. Like with
So
the collection of role-playing books and stuff that we have, you would think we would have been to Gen Con or he would have gone to Gen Con or
mhm.
something like that. It's just too big. It's just too
Oh,
much. It's a
it's
dream maybe
massive.
someday, but yeah, like
It's one
it's
of those,
just
if if he's not, if he's on anything that makes him less susceptible to getting sick, then
yeah.
that would be more of a yes. But
Yeah.
medical conditions are something that everyone has to take into account if you're going to a convention full of thousands of people, especially when you start reaching the higher tens to 100,000 people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of those. I would love to go to a Comic Con, but at the same time, I really don't want to go to a Comic Con.
Mm-mm. No, Dragon Con is big enough for me. Like Dragon Con's too big for me. So it's
Hmm.
when they did Lit RPG Con and I don't have to go to Dragon Con anymore, I'm like, thank you.
I
Thank
am
you so
still going to
much.
Dragon Con next year, not this year.
Yeah.
This is their 40th, and I noped the fuck out of that shit.
Is that
It's gonna be even.
why? I was
It's gonna
curious
be
why it was
even.
just this year. I was asking, I keep forgetting.
I was not going this year because I wanted to see where Lit RPG Con falls if it continues to grow and is a thing, but also because it's Dragon Con's 40th anniversary, and I know that's going to be even more of a spectacle. So I was like,
Yes.
if I want to miss a year and like gauge things, this is a good year for it. I will be going back to Dragon Con at least next year to reestablish and then
Yeah.
make my decision, because at that point we'll have 4 years of one, two, three. We'll have at least 3 years of Lit RPG Con, and we'll be able to gauge is if the con's gonna continue to grow and expand like everyone thinks it is. And
Yeah.
if it is, then staying where the fan base knows you is good. Going to Dragon Con, I always feel slightly out of left field because,
Yeah.
yes, I'm Lit RPG, which is a fast growing genre, but I'm also Harem, which as soon as I say that, people go, oh.
It's the drop in
So,
tone that gets me. It's
mm,
the
oh.
octave lower with the O that or the octave higher. There is always a change in pitch. It's oh or
Uh,
oh.
It's normally the drop, the
Yeah.
O. When you go up in pitch, it could be the happy O, could be
Yeah.
oh, but
Yeah.
if you go down, it's very rarely a oh.
No, that's just
It's
usually condescension.
it's condescension when you drop
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah. Normal.
It could,
That's the thing.
the up could be happy surprised or just surprised, but
Yeah.
down is normally just condescension.
Yeah. Love it. When
Like,
that's
I
a
once killed a
signal of
man.
an
Oh.
Yeah. Precisely.
My idea
Exactly.
of relationships isn't monogamy. Oh.
Yes, precisely. I finally told my mom that was an O.
Oh, that was a conversation, I'm sure.
That was an O. But she's good. She's been supportive. She's been supportive, but
A-
man, that was an
After
O. Yep.
after that first reaction,
Yep. Yep.
this is
After
our
the
blind
slow
react of
acceptance.
Andy's mom finding out.
Yes. That she's not only poly, that she lives with both of her partners. Her head
Oh,
exploded.
I mean, I'm supportive, but
Pretty much that. Yeah.
mhm.
Anybody who's poly who's told their parents kind of gets it. It's usually just a like, don't talk, don't share. I'm good otherwise.
I would need to know where the blip is, Dragon.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody sent me a hey, there's an audio blip at this spot. And if I don't know where and when, I can't check Andy can't check the masters, and we can't see if it was
Yeah.
an upload issue or what.
Frequently it is an upload issue and it is very frustrating because they go through so many checks before we upload it. Like the last few times that we've had an error come through, it happened literally in the upload. So the MP3 didn't have it or anything. So it's a little
But
frustrating.
but if it's just an upload issue, then it's I unlock it. She
Yep.
re she re she re-uploads it. I lock it back up, and then it goes through there. Okay, yeah, this is fine. It's not a big deal. If there is an actual blip that somehow made it through everything, which is highly unlikely, not
Yeah.
impossible, then she would re-record it, and then we would
Yeah.
re-upload it, and then we would. It's not that big a deal. But if we don't know, we can't fix anything.
Yep. God tell us.
Is what it comes down to.
Yep.
So DM myself and or Andy, and we'll we'll get to it. How long will it take for them to fix it so your copy is correct? That I have not a fucking clue in the world, sir.
You have to delete it off and re-download it. It's a whole thing. So if you already are past it, it's not going to be fixed for you, but we can fix it for the next person, basically.
Yeah, unless you wanted to go through the process of removing it and then re-downloading it,
Yep.
and then hoping that they had fixed the download file by the time
Yep.
you do that. So if it's a small blip and you can move past it, let us know. We can at least fix it going forward, and eventually you could go back and take the steps for it. But if it's not like in a crucial situation, then I would just ignore it when you listen to it. Like unless your autism is that, in which case I understand. But we just need to be told about it first.
Yep.
Because like for the book side of it, when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, you have these errors, these editing issues," I'll pull open the book, I'll look at it, decide if it is, or maybe somebody was just not reading something through all the way. And then if I fix it, then I throw it right back up to Amazon, which doesn't do anything for your copy. But the next guy who gets the book, it does. For you, you would have to do what we just said. You have to remove it from your Kindle,
Yeah.
and then re-download it back to your Kindle and hope that they've patched the file through at that point.
Yeah.
So
it's a whole thing either way, but we don't. Neither one of us mind fixing stuff, unlocking or fixing. Doesn't bother.
So, what is?
Oh yes, please. Chapter 5 has an error. Does nothing for anybody. We please tell us where it is.
if you can give us chapter and time, and if you wanted to a description like, hey, the word "the" clips or something.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, chapter and time is at least enough to where we can listen to it and figure it out.
Yeah.
It could also be very occasionally, where it was just for whatever reason when you downloaded it, it fucked up.
Oh yeah, that. Yep.
Also an option.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I've even had that happen with the files that when you've sent corrections in before, I've had 2 different times that I can think of. The correction did not exist in my MP3. Like my MP3 did not have the blip that was there. 99% of the time it does, but MP3s and lossy formats are hard. Like
every once in a while it is a thing. Apparently you are mentioned constantly in various Lit RPG Facebook groups as favorite narrator, which
Thank you.
I will back 100%. You are my favorite narrator. So.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I love my job, and it makes me happier than I can ever describe that comes through, because this is my passion. So I genuinely adore it.
Jell, I don't blame you if you're waiting for the complete audiobook to come out.
Yep.
Then that makes sense.
Yep. I get it. When
I
people just avoid it, I get it.
I don't get the time anymore. She records while I'm writing normally, so I try to stop by on my lunch for the little bit of time I'm there, and then by the time I finish stuff, normally Andy's done for the day. So
Yep.
I just don't get the time I used to have anymore to sit and listen for 2-3 hours. And that's
Yep.
just because work has expanded past what it was at one point, because there's all the admin stuff that has to be taken care of.
Yeah. You do a lot more now than you used to, as far as like you've got a lot more going on, and stuff with like the Kickstarters and everything. Like there's a ton
Well,
of stuff going on. So
most
yeah,
of the Kickstarter is Jen,
that's true. Jen's awesome.
but I still have to answer those. She'll have a question, or so she needs this or this, or hey, does this work? And then there's different artists working on a cover, or 1,000 different things. And then somewhere in there, I also need to make sure I take the time to continue the relationships that
Yeah.
can't completely lock myself in the office. So
Yeah.
it's not as easy as it used to be.
Yeah.
I got old.
I don't know when it happened, but we all got there, and I resent it.
Sneaks up on you and normally takes out a knee first.
Yeah. I turned 39.
Oh, you're so young.
It's my last year of my 30s, man.
You'll always be in your 30s to me, Andy.
Thank you.
For at least this year.
Yeah, for at least right now.
Andy is going to Lit RPG Con Farsighter. She has 5 panels, and then you're in the talent show. That's on.
I'm doing the variety show on Friday.
Friday night.
Yep. I'm doing a bunch of stuff in that.
She has a lot of things going on. Are you also doing? I don't know if they are. Are they doing the last game session again like they did last year?
It's not the same. It's not that one. We had our grand finale. Hexperts had their grand finale on like the stream. That was done by SPT. Legion is who's doing the one for the game, and I'm not in that one. So yeah, no, I'm not on that.
I know that you were there for the finale last year, so that's why I was checking in.
Yeah,
that would have been yet another thing.
Yeah, no. I was supposed to DM a game. I backed out of it. I was supposed to DM a game and be in a game. I backed out of it with Geneva because it was one of those like Hayes is there. I'm not going to have time. Like there's just a lot of things going on. So I don't want to overload things worse.
And with me having a table, I don't have the bandwidth to do any of the gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've had people like, are you going to run one? Are you going to be playing in one? And I'm like, I got a table. I have to be there for most of that.
Yeah.
That's one of the downsides to having a table. Of course, this year also gets rid of like 90% of the things I've had sitting around forever. So I don't know if I'll have a table in the future Lit RPG cons or not. I will this year. So please come by and take things, but I don't know about in the future. There was a question about the familiar skill. I'm pretty sure he's asking about Heavenly Chaos and stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's not written in the book, it's open to fan interpretation until such time as I write it down. If you're asking me to give you an answer now, you're never going to get an answer now.
Oh, yeah. I saw the chat take the bait. When it's I'm not gonna say anymore because it's like technically spoilery for Heavenly Chaos, but it's the chat took the bait when it was said, when it was like Benedict thought about what that would mean for him. I'm like, there's gonna be something, I think, someday, maybe, or it's a false flag. Sometimes it's just it's a red herring, and Daniel just teases with it. Damn it, Daniel.
Wait.
Oh, that is an easy one to answer. They asked me in the background if I'd be okay. Like Jen asked me if I was okay answering this. Yeah, there's videos all over the place. You can go to my website, andreaparsano.com, and there's an announcement section that has a big, long write-up, and I also did a video for it and stuff, and there's an FAQ as well. So you can check out my website, and it has all the answers and stuff there. It's an exhaustive list and video. We did a whole lot of stuff during the handoff, and I was very open with the process. So there's nothing cloak and dagger about it. It's all very straightforward.
It's not cloak and dagger, but I also know that narrators prefer not being asked questions of, "Hey, why did you stop X?"
Yeah.
Normally, there are extenuating circumstances that dictated that X happened.
Yeah. In this instance, there's so much information out there that it's easy for me to say, go look, watch the videos and read the announcements. You'll find out exactly why. So no big deal. If it was something else, then I probably would have passed just because it's too complicated to try to explain. But this one has a bunch of stuff. Ooh.
I don't do favorite questions, which is a well-known fact on these.
Yeah, I don't usually. I'll signal boost one that's like relatively well known. Brent Week's Night Angel trilogy was my intro to fantasy outside of Drist. That was my first like fantasy series that I had read. So Night Angel trilogy. I really liked that one a lot. That was fun.
I literally can't answer this question. If you're gonna go with like what introduced me to fantasy, that would have been The Hobbit when my mother read it to me when I was a child. But I don't do favorites for a reason because everything has its
Favorites
time
change.
and place.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the time of day, the seasons, the weather, if I woke up with a migraine, whether Andy was wearing a low-cut top, I mean, everything
Factors.
affects me because my brain is a squish.
Yeah, factors.
I don't. Hang on. She is my favorite narrator. However, I don't have to play favorites for that. The list of people I listen to who narrate books is like fingers of one hand. This is not what is your favorite book series or favorite author or anything like that, which is an extensive list. Andy is number one narrator, and nobody will ever take that place from her. I don't have to think about that, debate that, consider it, wonder about the time, day, season, migraine, low-cut tops, or anything else. That is set in stone. Actually, I take that back. Stone is more malleable than that. That is just a fundamental law of the cosmos.
Thank you. It's just because he doesn't listen to a ton of other audio guys.
No, it's not. I have listened because I'm an adult. That's why. And words are hard.
Love you too, Daniel.
I can tell. Just like my girlfriends.
I love it.
Question for both of you. Oh, we did that one.
One.
Apparently, did not clear it off is what happened.
A couple hours ago that it would be nice for Oglord to have the Mouthy Maven on again. Thank you guys. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I finished up a chapter and it was perfectly timed. So
Rob, I ask her every month and she normally looks at me and goes, "Fucking again, Daniel? No, I hate you. I'll put on a smile once a year, okay? Get over it." I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
It's always it's like when it's at like 1 PM or something like that. I'm like, I can't make that one. But this one was at 6 PM and I could work this in.
Is the name because Andy is voicing it, therefore making it Heavenly Chaos?
Tech, I'll pay you later. Thank you.
I mean, she is heavenly, and she is also a chaos goblin. So, kind of
fits. I'll take it.
It fits. She sits.
It fits. I sits. In more ways than one. What?
I'm assuming for Hayes going to convention.
Yeah, exactly that.
And then also the time off after convention, especially for you because you've come back for a convention sick before.
Yeah. I have time factored in for sickness because it's a thing. It's a thing.
I mean, especially for you, I get con sickness. Doesn't affect me. I don't have to talk. I might not want to sit down at my desk and do things, but that's like a day, maybe 2. You get con crud. That's your voice. You're out for a week or 2 weeks.
Usually like week or 2. Yeah, it sucks.
I know when you got sick at DragonCon the one year, you were out for like 3 weeks.
That was COVID. Yeah, that was COVID. Mm-hmm. I got real sick with COVID. The doctor, by the time the 3rd week rolled around, the doctor was starting to like message to make an appointment because they were worried about long COVID and stuff. But it was fine. It ended up clearing up. So woohoo.
It's because I don't have a time at their signing room. I'll have my own table. I will be there 90% of the convention. So finding me to sign things, it's going to be very simple. I will be at my table. If I'm not there, I'm either stepped away for biological needs, food, things like that, or I had a panel I had to go to. So, like the rest of the time, when the vendor room is open, I will be at my table just outside the doors. So finding me is going to be dead easy for people. I only have 3 panels this year, so I'm going to be very simple. I actually had to buy one of those, so
You technically, one of mine is yours, so I mean.
yes, what's mine is yours because that's just the way that works.
I'll be yours.
But when I sponsored the vendor hall, apparently one of the options I had was picking a topic for a panel. So I had 2 of those. So I made one a narration one specifically so Andy could go be her fabulous self, and then one for me because I didn't want to think of trying to come up with 2 for me. So yeah, I am a little disappointed that there are how to say this politely. There are some names who I disagree with that are like on 6 different panels. That is very disappointing now that I only have 3 because I'm like, okay. That's something I probably should take into account later, and maybe push myself forward more to the powers that be. Well. Oh well. Have you had any bloopers?
Yes.
You've had bloopers for Heavenly Chaos? Yeah, there we go. Back in the swing. Part of that is, as I've told people, is remembering to actually hit record when you're doing a blooper, because you don't want to go back and re-record something that you just riffed on, because it's either natural or it's not. And then the other part was it might not have been as welcomed by certain entities that were in the mix before.
Yeah.
So some publishers are not as accepting of, hey, we want to add 2 minutes of blooper onto the end of this.
Yeah, and it can change the rating of the book kind of thing because I cuss and stuff. With Daniels, it wouldn't matter as much, but then they have policy. It's a whole thing. You have to make there's special permission you have to get and stuff. So and once you're kind of out of the swing of doing it, it's really hard to get back into the swing of doing it. And I have been on I'm going to call this kind of a healing journey for the last year, kind of figuring things out and figuring out how to live my life again. And it's taken me a little bit of time to kind of come back around and be able to do things like bloopers and stuff. It's a headspace thing. So I'm much, much better than I have been. I'm feeling better now than I have in a really long time.
I look forward to the bloopers. I think I've only, out of everything you've recorded on bloopers, I think there have only been 2 that I've been like, yeah, we could probably lose this one.
Yeah.
And that was it. Everything else has stayed in. And the eggs, of course, are still a perennial favorite for people.
Yes. So far we don't have any riffing ones. They're just bloopers right now. They're ridiculous things that I said while working on it. But I'm open to the idea of riffs if they come in. I will not
some of your funniest ones have been basically just taking a train of thought and keeping the line open and rolling, and just letting a character voice become you for a moment.
Yep. And that's it, which is how I deal with the world in general, so it works.
And that's how we get shit eggs.
Exactly. I will shit in your eggs, Gregory. Shit right in them. Oh, especially Atropos and Sadie. Thank you. I love the emotions in Heavenly Chaos. They're so good.
I will say that she does that with every book, every series, not just mine. If you want someone to bring life to a series, Andy is always my first choice. There are many great narrators who can do the exact same thing. Andy will always be my first choice.
Thank you.
There's no slight on anybody else who might be your favorite, guys.
Yeah, no. Hell no. There's a bunch of narrators out there who are fabulous. I just appreciate that there are some people who feel that I belong among them, and that is more humbling and awesome than I can ever describe. So thank you.
I don't really do movies, but I'll let Andy Lobster's one.
Yes. Yeah, partner's really into movies, so I've been watching a bunch of them lately. I watched Dancer in the Dark last night, which is a Bjork movie. Super good, super sad. I saw the Suspiria remake. I watched all of Child's Play. I've seen all the Final Destination now. There's been a bunch of them. There's like just weird. I've watched the original Suspiria and then the Suspiria remake and a bunch of things. So yeah, recently though, last night was Dancer in the Dark, and that was a good one. I like that one. Sad.
Heavenly Chaos as a series is doing fine. It's book for book, it's still my second best-selling series with Aethers, and the margins between what makes what earned out book for book is becoming slimmer and slimmer. Heavenly Chaos, by the time it finishes, compared to where Aethers finishes, might be challenging it for that. Both are still have a ways to go before they get there, though. But at the moment, it's my second best-selling series. There's nothing going on with that one. How do you come up with a series name? Normally they're easy. I have 3 or 4 ideas. I bounce them with my secret squirrel club, and we work out one that works. Sometimes they pitch one that I'm like, I really like that instead. And other turns I'm just like, this is the name of the series. Aethers was always going to be Aethers. Heavenly Chaos I wanted specifically because of the way the story works out. Antecedent's Legacy. Some of the other things I've been working on in the background, though, the names haven't been quite as easy for a series name. And my alpha readers and stuff have been helping me figure out what kind of name a series should have with what I've been tinkering with in the background. So I can go ahead and throw this question up because I know one of my officers has been waiting for it. Am I going to say anything about the upcoming Kickstarter project? I can tell you that Andy and Jack Fields did the narration for it. It is an urban fantasy. I think there's a graph or a picture or something that my one officer has that might get put up unless they're busy. Oh, there we go.
Hey!
So the series name is Deathless Sentinel. The first book is Banshee's Wail. One of the few times I've gone away from the first book of a series being the title of the series. And I had started doing that because people kept getting Binding Words confused with Morgan's Bidding and asking more about Morgan's Bidding. And I'm like, okay, the series is Binding Words. So I had started trying to match those up, but the cover of this was just a bit too on point to not be Banshee's Wail.
Super good.
It is the first book of at least a 2-book set. Whether or not it continues past that, I will let you know when the main character tells me. I am currently like 40,000 words into book 2. The first book has been edited, finished, recorded, optimized, and the Kickstarter will have everything. So it should be a fairly fast turnaround on the Kickstarter thing. On the Kickstarter
Nailed it.
Kickstarter side of things.
Kickstarter start of things?
Yeah. It's words are hard today.
Sidekick or start of things?
Yes, the sidekicker.
Things.
The sidekicker started things, yes.
Oh no, this is the pork apocalypse thing all over again. Pork apocalypse, apocalypse.
I mean, one of those sounds delicious, and the other one sounds kind of frightening. So
yeah, right, same. And I'm not sure which is which, to be completely honest. I think it depends on the moment.
But it is an urban fantasy series. It is set in a quasi modern day Earth, and I say that because the main city is Vegas, not Las Vegas. So there is that distinction that is never going to be called out by the main characters because they don't know any better. And so it should quasi reflect modern day Earth without being modern day Earth. So maybe I don't get sued into oblivion by some people if I'm unkind to them. Reflected, similar to, not based on the normal caveat that you put so you don't get sued. Disney taught us that one.
Yep.
So I don't know if there's anything else about that I want to say at the moment. The Kickstarter does not go live until July. We're going to be running it during the convention. So for those people who want to stop by and maybe get a little more information on things, I will be there. Andy will be there. There might or might not be um, a special hard piece of metal that is also there. Might or might not be what is the thing on a Kickstarter when so much gets thrown or so many people back it?
Stretch goal.
Stretch goal. There might be a stretch goal for a challenge coin, for instance. Might be one of the few times you could buy a freaking challenge coin from me in some way, shape, or form. I have just gotten proofs and stuff in for them, so my officers will be getting them in the near future. Do I understand correctly, the Banshee's Wail and its sequel will not be available on Amazon? It will not start on Amazon. So the Kickstarter has to go through, and it will not be at all ever on Kindle Unlimited. Because if I sell it anywhere other online anywhere actively, it cannot be on Kindle Unlimited. So it will not be KU. It will eventually make its way to Amazon itself and will eventually also make its way onto Audible. But if you want it, around the same time that it's going to be pushed out via Kickstarter, then no, it's not going to be on Amazon for months after that. So the question is, are you willing to buy it somewhere other than Amazon? For those people who don't know, if you get a hold of it via the Kickstarter, you can take the ebook file and still send it to your Kindle, so you can still read it like you would an ebook.
Yeah.
The audio side of things, because of Audible, we are going, and I'll go ahead and throw this out there, we are going ahead releasing it through Soundbooth first, through their audio platform, and then it's going to be months later when it'll be thrown up as non-exclusive on Audible for you guys to get. If you're looking to support me the most, join the Kickstarter. If you want it specifically on Audible, that's fine. It will be there in time. If you want a physical copy, then I would say do the Kickstarter. It'll be the easiest thing. Eventually, it will also be up on Amazon, so you can buy it there, as well as all my paperbacks being non-exclusive with Amazon, which means technically, if you know the name of the book, you should be able to walk into a place like Barnes & Noble and ask them to see about ordering you a copy. Now, they'll still go through Amazon to pull you your copy, so it'll be a markup, but you can get it at a store if you know what you're doing. And then there is the link for all of you. It is the pre-launch page currently, but it is there. I know that Andy, this is one of the only time you've done a dual narration book, as far as I'm aware.
I've done a few. This would be duet, and I've done a few duets.
Okay, yeah. You have?
But as far as like me managing it, this is the first time that I've actually like managed it myself. Like I've been on other people's duets as the female voice. Yeah.
Because I know you had done some of the cast stuff through Soundbooth. I didn't know if any of those were duet or if they were still the full cast that Soundbooth.
No, those ones are all full cast, but there's other duets that I've done. I've done Master of None and stuff like that. So there's a few of them that I'm around on. More coming up this year.
This comes around because somebody with blue hair once mentioned to me that she would love to do a duet with Jack Fields. Yeah, so awesome. So I wrote her a specific series on the side to give her wish.
I'm spoiled rotten.
Absolutely spoiled.
I'm spoiled rotten. I am a princess. I am a narration princess, and I enjoy it.
What was something crazy that happened at a con that you can say? The fire last year at Lit RPG Con at 2:00 in the morning?
Yeah.
Walking down 24 flights of stairs at 2:00 in the morning killed my knees. It was an unhappy time. The fire, by the way, guys, very top floor, not a room floor, the storage floor. So the highest part of the hotel you could get to. Also, directly above my room.
Yeah. Yeah.
My room flooded out. It was like 6 inches standing water when I got to go back up there to get my stuff. It was a thing. So I am not staying at the con hotel this time. I'm just saying. I'm staying down the street. place that didn't have a fire.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're gonna do it again, but Twitch. But
I'm
yeah,
saying they're not going
I'm
to.
not saying that it's not gonna happen either. I would
Exactly.
like to not walk down 24 flights of stairs again.
Precisely.
So
Yeah, I was 20. I got a 20 or 21, something like that. So I didn't have it as bad.
it was still
Still
bad.
sucked. Still sucked horribly.
Your room also, though, like I said, my room was the only room out of
Yeah.
the entire hotel. My room was the only room that had water damage because the water
Yep.
suppression went off where the fire was, which was above my room.
Yep.
And then it just
Yeah.
basically drained into my room.
Yeah. The rest of us just got smoky hallways,
And
basically.
then from there it slowed down the fire
Yeah.
escape stairwells.
We heard it running down the stairs, and all of us were wigging out because there's just water pouring down the stairs. There's smoke in the hallways. Like that was
It was
a lot.
a thing.
That was a thing.
That's my craziest con story was the hotel fire.
Yeah, I mean that's mine too, especially because it happened at like 12:45 or something like that, which
It was like 1 or 2 in the
just
morning.
enough time. Yeah, it was just enough time to fall asleep and then be woken up from like just hitting delta and then popping back. It was awful time. I was in the worst headspace for that.
And
That was
and then there are our friends and stuff who were dead sleepers, or maybe an alarm didn't go off like it was supposed to. It was a big thing like that. We had the whole have you seen this person? Has anybody seen them? They're not answering their phone.
Yeah, that was me because I left my phone and iPad in the bedroom. I left it in the room because I was trying to get out.
Because fire alarm, you're supposed to go.
Yeah. In retrospect, I will always. Do you understand the depth to which I was chewed out by my husband as soon as I got home, or as soon as I told him about that? He was like, "So what are we gonna do?"
The small rectangle electronic device.
He was like, "So what are we gonna do in the future? We're gonna put our phone and our iPad where? By the bed. Okay." I'm like,
gonna slip the shoes on and grab the phone as I go out the door. I understand now. Yeah, that was a thing.
And put a bra on. Like, I didn't realize how much
for you. Yeah.
Like that. I did not realize that was going to be as big of a mental thing as it was going to be for me. That was a big deal. Like just not being at all ready to be around a whole bunch of people who are all really concerned about you and really sweet, and you're just sitting there melting internally. Yeah, that's that. There's some priorities that are maybe less or more weird depending on the situation. And go through and figure. Okay, sorry, I should read it out loud. Andy, how does your process work? Do you read the book first and then go through and figure out emphasis, etc.? I always pre-read the book because if I don't, then I get nasty surprises. So it's always a good idea to pre-read the book. That's also not why. That's a very sarcastic, snarky reason. In reality, I want to know what's going on. I want to know the story. I want to live in it. I want to know where the arc is going so that I can not make a character sound XYZ if they actually become XYZ later on. I don't want that too on the nose. I want to give some murk to it. Also, I want to know if somebody's going to have a bigger part than I initially think so that I know not to give them an insane voice or something. Unfortunately, that very rarely works for me because I just kind of, I do the voice that sounds right for that character, whether or not it's a good decision. But yes, I always pre-read, and then when I'm going through while I'm recording, then I'll go through and do emphasis and stuff. I don't go through and like mark emphasis and stuff though. That would
it doesn't help when the author then brings a character back 3 books later, and it's this big expanded thing that you were never told about.
Yeah,
those authors, man, they're fucking the worst.
Daniel did it to me on Heavenly Chaos, guys. Just now, the only thing that saved it was the fact that she only appeared at the very end of the book, and it's just a little girl. Like, it's just a little girl. Like, she's just talking, like, she says something to Sadie. That's it. She says something to Sadie. This is not at all plot or spoiler. It's just, that made it worse, okay? It was the fact that she was there, and she said something, so she had a voice, and then I started the next book, and I realized it says, the little girl said, blah, 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 and Sadie responds, and I'm like, did that little girl talk at the end of that book? Fuck, like, I think she talked the chat.
It's like 4 words at the end of one book and then like 6 words at the start of the next one.
Just enough that I had to go and pull the files and find that stupid character at the very last chapter. I might have had a meltdown over this, just yelling, "Damn it, Daniel!" Because I'm like, yeah, of course, just put her in there. Why not? Why not give her a name at the end of the book? Who needs names? That doesn't matter. And
Well,
keep in mind, I only had that meltdown
wait for
because
book 12
Daniel
when she comes back as a holder.
I will end your life. No, the worst part was the fact that worst part was the fact that that little girl voice is so ubiquitous for me. The voice that I did was the same voice. It was this. I did all of that work to go find it, and it was the same voice.
You use the default little girl voice because it's not going to be. It's not somebody I need to be unique. It's just a throwaway little girl. It'll be fine. And turns out she was right all along. You had to go and find her though.
I love you.
I mean, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Trying to explain to the chat, by the way, that I'm allowed to do this because Daniel and I are friends is very difficult because there's always one person who's newer and they're like, "Does she talk about this about all of her authors?"
Damn, man, how does she stay employed with these guys
Right.
if she's like
She's
this?
so mean.
It's okay. We don't kink shame here.
Yeah, Daniel likes it, guys. Trust me.
It's fine.
He's into it.
Guys, don't ruin this for me.
He's into that Dommy Mommy energy.
Aw, thanks, Mest.
Oh.
I hope you've been here before. Otherwise, well, that comment bleeds right into what we're going with. Oh, that's what she said.
Hell yeah, she did. Okay, Shinnok wins Destiny's become Master Roshi, except our master is actually successful with women in his books.
Well, with his books at least, let's be honest.
I expect something to come flying out of the background and hit you in the back of the head right now.
No, she's in the kitchen. I'm safe.
Damn it, I'm texting her.
It's all about knowing where they're at.
It's true. It's proximity, man.
I'm safe at the moment.
Oh, okay.
The dentist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I heard the saga. I stopped in this morning specifically to get the expanded edition because I had talked to Andy earlier, the day after the event, and so I stopped in the stream though to get the expanded edition of why sometimes doctors or dentists are terrible people and you just think they deserve to be punched in the nose.
Yeah. And how sometimes Marshmallow isn't as marshmallowy as normal, and
we covered this earlier. When it's you, it's a marshmallow. When it's somebody you care about, it's Mama Bear.
Yeah, fuck, that pissed me off. Yeah, that was horrible. Dental surgeons, yo. So Andy, how did you get into book narration? I've answered this a few times, like on different panels and stuff, kind of more in depth. But the fast way is a friend asked me. I was already in voice stuff for college, and a friend said that I would probably be a good narrator. I didn't even know it was a career choice that existed. I had been doing I was always the person who recorded like the voicemails and stuff for at work, or for a while when I was trying to make extra money, I had like a Fiverr that I had put up where I'd read a page of text for $5. Like I'd always been working with my voice for whatever reason. And that I didn't clue into it. I genuinely didn't. So I just thought it was something that was easy to do. So that's what I did. And it wasn't until a friend was like, "Hey, you should try audiobook narration." And I tried it, sent in an audition, got the first audition, and the rest is kind of history. I financed a sound booth to finish my first book. And once you have things financed, you can't stop. So that's the hack for ADHD.
Well, now that I have skin in this game, I guess I need to follow it through.
Yeah, I got to get this paid.
So, Andy, why are you so blue?
Because multiple reasons.
Why are you so purple?
Yeah, always.
Why are you so violet sky?
Okay. Look at that. That's white. Look at suddenly, and everyone knows now it's not a blue. It's not a blue tank top.
Wow. Now it's red.
Yeah, I think this one is by technicality they're yellow. And then that's green, and then that's the purple, and then that's the white.
Well, that color does not translate well from what you're saying to what we see.
And then this one, for whatever ungodly reason, doesn't actually pop up unless it's like the third cycle through all of them because the remote's long dead. So then there we go. That's the other
I
blue.
don't know. The blue does work though, so
It does. It looks decent, and I like it with my skin tone, so I keep using blue.
I don't believe Lit RPG is going. The con is anything from the con is going to be streamed. They
Don't think
do.
so, yeah.
They will. I think they are putting some stuff up on a YouTube page afterwards, though.
Yeah, and there will
But
be plenty of us that have content that's going out, but there won't be a
but
designated.
but no, there's no stream content as far as I am aware, unless they do something that we haven't been told about beforehand.
Yeah.
But I know there is going to be recorded content that will make itself known at some point. So
We're in trouble for taking too long. I'm here. It takes forever. Congratulations, Andy. Thank you. Who is your sadistic Sadie, or are you her? Would make sense with her amazing ability to narrate certain scenes. I am Sadie. As far as the Sadie and I are, Sadie's my spirit animal. As far as her predilections and attitude go, however, I don't share her opinion of the gym. So obviously.
not a gym rat, obviously.
No, obviously. So that part's different, but yeah, I am sadistic Sadie. Not sadistic though. Just well
What's
motivated.
a big group of people called? Fuck that.
Yeah, precisely.
I normally just call it no.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 30 people there. No, I can't make that. I'm sorry.
It won't be 31.
Any new Andy being Andy moments in your game time? No, we've mostly stuck with things like Mario Party and stuff of late.
And life.
And
that I still haven't won.
It's been me, Andy, Sammy, and then Mercy, Andy's gopher / minder for cons.
Yeah, my assistant and also one of my best friends. Like,
so
yeah.
it's been the four of us. So we've been playing things that everyone could enjoy at the same time. When it's just me, Andy, and Sammy, then we throw another game or two in there. But we haven't played anything like BG3 or Divinity 2 or anything of late. So there's been less chance of just horrible goblin moments.
I did
breaking tactical moments that I've like, okay, we can make this work. Okay, never mind, we'll adapt.
I did one to myself though. The life one. I got 21 loans in Life 2. In Game of Life 2.
Took second place.
It still took second place. I have not won the game one time.
It was a narrow thing though. Like one less loan and she would have won the game.
Yeah.
She still made 21 loans and came in very close to somehow succeeding.
Yeah.
But out of the, what is it, like a dozen plus times, you have not won a single game when all four of us have been playing.
No. Even just
the three of us. Yeah.
Still no. I don't know. The dice don't like me. Dice don't like me in role-playing games either, but I still enjoy them.
No dice. So it's the spinner. The spinner hates you.
Fucking spinner, man. We have a deal. That's fair, Holly. I've been afraid to message Andy to simply ask if she wanted a painted thing for Lit RPG Con. Oh, of course I do. That's adorable. That is the cutest. I don't even care what it is. If it's painted, I want it.
Who would have thought 15 years ago Lit RPG Con would have been big enough to have its own convention? No one. 15 years ago, it wasn't. 2015 is when things started. Like the momentum of things. That was when like the Lit RPG Facebook group began and stuff. So 15 years ago, no. I think you might have had maybe one or two books from some of the indie guys, some of the OGs that don't get talked about a lot. Might have been up, but from an American point of view, Lit RPG as a genre wasn't really on anyone's radar at the time. Not 15 years ago. Like I said, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, when the Facebook group got started, and people could start finding it and talking about it a little bit easier. Even back then, I don't think any of us were like, "Oh, it's gonna be the fastest growing genre in books and everything else," and it is currently, as far as I'm aware. So, and with the way some things are going, with the way that Traditional publishers are now looking at things and trying to push their stable of authors into lit RPG, which will fail.
Hmm.
And then
It
them
does.
also looking at people like Dinnaman and stuff, and slowly trying to make more deals. It's only going to continue to roll out. Um,
Yeah.
Dungeon Crawler Carl, Solo Leveling being the anime and the light novel and manhwa and all the rest of that successful it was, it just keeps the cycle going. More people are growing up as gamers from my age, which is older than Andy, my mid 40s and on. We grew up with games, so things that are game centric or something that we still enjoy, we just might not have the time to dump 5 hours a day
Yeah.
into an MMO, but we can listen to an hour of a lit RPG audiobook going,
Yeah.
driving around the place, and it still gives us some of that feel that we miss. So no, I
Yeah.
don't think 15 years ago, but 10, 11 years ago, no, we still wouldn't have. I think it's been
Mm,
in the last 6, 7
5 to
years
6, 7, maybe. Yeah, right in there.
is when
Pre-COVID.
people it's when we've started looking at it and going, maybe. I want to say right
Yeah.
around COVID when
Yeah.
everyone was locked away,
Yep.
and that's when everyone was like, well, I guess I'll pick up a book, kind of thing
Yeah.
again. And that's when things really started taking off, and we had to start looking around and going, well, maybe this will be a thing.
Yeah.
Because that was right around the same time where I was like, well, maybe this will be my job.
Yep.
So,
Same.
I'm afraid every time I see question, DJ, we know that you often make RLFs into characters. What might Andy's character look like? Andy's character was actually two characters in Alpha World. They are mentioned there. You can find them late in the series. I am going to leave that there. I will let you go hunt that down. A lot of people think that that the Andy in Binding Words was based off of Andy. No, that was just the name. I didn't equate her to that character. I just needed a name, and that's the name that was in my head when I made the character. I never equated anything with the maid / wife Andy to my friend Andrea. It was just, I need a name. Okay, Andrea, and then it got shortened to Andy because I have been shortening Andrea to Andy for at that point a while.
Yeah.
But nothing. There was no connection there. Let me see. Was there any other character where I've been like, I'm kind of basing this off of you that I want to point to? And no, I asked you specifically for if I could use your name for those two characters, and there's a
Mhm.
reason why, and it makes sense when you go and find them. That's all I'll say. I would say there are probably a couple of characters that I've used bits and pieces of you because I do that with
Oh, yeah.
everyone, but
Yeah, so
nothing so much where I would point to it and go, "This is mostly Andy."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like there's so many characters. Like, I love Little Bit. Like, there's pieces of Clover that I feel. There's pieces of Sadie that I feel. There's pieces of Sage. I feel like there's a lot of them.
the upbeat, happy friendliness of Clover, 100% Andy. 100%. I have never seen somebody so happy to talk to people and so positive about life. You're like my antithesis over there, man. She's just like the opposite of me in so many ways. And
Aw.
somebody's cat says hi, specifically
Hello.
to you.
Boop.
Boop the snoot. The snoot gets booped. That's what happens.
Hell yes.
I don't know. Let's ask her.
Did I get the damn it Daniel button yet? Maybe or maybe not. There may be damn it Daniel buttons at Lit RPG Con, because maybe or maybe not Andy's partner makes buttons as part of his job, and he has offered to make me Lit RPG buttons, and damn it Daniel is one of them.
I will need one.
Yeah. Hell yes.
I'll need one for Sammy so she can hammer it to the desk every day.
The damn it Daniel ones, I think, will be good. Also, there will be big tittied frog buttons and tiny big tittied frog plastic things, if you ask me for one.
Well, consider me as the advance ask now. My mom asked me if me and my fiance were still together how many times, even though I told her we were poly. Some parents don't understand. I'm going to say this, and maybe it'll alienate a person or two, and I'm sorry if it does. the older you get, the more set in your ways you are.
Yeah.
And some of those set ways make them unwilling to accept that there are things outside of what they grew up with.
Yeah.
And I'll leave that there.
Do you have a favorite book of Daniel's that you've narrated?
Let's make it easier. Series. That way it's not a specific
I couldn't pick a book. I think Heavenly Chaos is my current favorite. And it has if anything, I would love to see the spicy scenes between them. It's not the fact that it's not spicy. I just really enjoy the characters. I really enjoy their emotional growth. Like I feel for them and I love them. They're my precious little babies that I want to protect and help. So they feed that like mama bear instinct in me. So I really love Bannon, Atropos, and Sadie. And I love Sadie because it's a primal sex dragon. So it's same girl, same. So it works. I love it. Thank you.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
To be fair, you have a very impressive range.
I try to. I work at it. Thank you.
Hey, Andy, you have a very impressive range.
Thank you.
There are people who are very good at narration that have a much smaller stable of voices.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Let's see. There's something. There was one ad that said Andy was included in an ensemble cast. Andy is the ensemble cast. I mean, it's fair.
It's accurate of a lot of us in Lit RPG. Lit RPG has some pretty damn good.
The ensemble cast, if it was an ad, was probably a sound booth ad.
Yeah,
because
more than likely.
They do big group recording things.
Yeah.
Here's somebody who knows what to say.
Thank you.
And they are also not wrong. The warranty, however, has, if it's not out yet, is about to run out.
Yeah, I didn't get the extended, so mine was out like 10 years ago, something like that.
Other people's ran out early, and they went and checked the warranty, and then they found out that it was like the powertrain warranty. So it's like, well, the heart and lungs still work, and we'll cover those for a little bit. However, the ankle and knee, sorry, that's cosmetic. You don't really need those.
Yeah, hands are optional, so you're screwed.
Yeah, you don't need that thumb. That thumb is it can go out of joint on you. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll work out. I have to say, in all honesty, that Andy has spoiled me for other narrators that I've heard. Her voices are so outstanding. For example, in Binding Words, her Sean sounds absolutely male. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I work really hard at that, so that means a lot. Thank you.
I have to just preface to mention this though, because you've mentioned it other place. The fact that you've done so many voices, your natural range has shifted.
Yeah, my natural speaking range did not used to be this low. You can hear it in my earlier books. My natural speaking used to be more up here, like what I would consider almost my phone voice. It was a lot higher and brighter when I spoke and more forward in my face. After doing so many male-led books, I learned to speak with my chest and speak louder, basically, and more definitively. Also, it's really hard to shake that once you start doing it, when you start going down at the ends of sentences, harden your consonants, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's harder to shake it once you're done. So you just kind of become this weird amalgam of like all of the techniques. Andy's one of the few narrators that have such a wide range for the various characters and their voice nuances, but especially being able to do both male and female character voices. And you can actually distinguish between them, along with Heath Miller. I love Heath Miller. Thank you. That means a lot. I try really hard. One of the ways I pick voices is, do I have enough range in this voice? Like, do I have enough movement in this voice that I can actually do things with it, basically?
Books are going to introduce my fantasy as the circle of magic. Yeah. Everyone has those things that have pulled them into things, pulled them into, hey, reading sounds like a good idea. Have you ever gotten real deep into a story and dream, you wake up and confused for the first few seconds? I mean, I've never had that with a story, and no, I've never had that with a dream either, honestly.
I've had it with a dream, but it was usually for like a video game I was playing or something like that. Like something got all murked up. I have a very active imagination, so
some of my dreams mimic things, but I've never woken up and been confused about where I am, what's going on, what is real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had bleed over into dreams from some content that I've been ingesting, video games, book, whatever, but I've never been confused about it waking up on the other side.
Emily Beresford is really good. He's great at narrating the Kurtherian Gambit series for both male and female characters. Her and Andy for female narrators, followed by Jessica Threet and Rebecca Woods. However, they are for duets on a single narrator. Thank you. That is royalty to be considered amongst. Thank you so much.
Oh, here you go.
It's not merchandise. It's just crap I'm bringing with me. I'll just have stickers and stuff.
It's not merchandise. She's not selling it. She's
I'm just giving it away. Yes, I do.
Yes, she does. She gets my books. She gets my coins. She gets all the free stuff from me.
Princess.
And then all the stuff she doesn't want that she's shoved in the closet and brings out only if I'm coming over, so she can be like, I have to have it out. He's here. I don't want him to cry on me.
Yeah, they totally don't have pride of place on my shelves or anything.
That's right. Never. Not once.
Would say Andy be a good one to start with? Ooh, good question. Binding Words is finished, but it's also really early for me. So like there's a lot of differences in my voices in that one, but at the same time, like it's a great story. So I'd recommend Binding Words because it's finished and it's a fabulous story.
Well,
Lut's voice too.
He is also a fan of my stuff, so I'm pretty sure he's read them. It's just a matter of listening to you narrate them.
Then I'd go with something like Aethers or Heavenly Cast. It's a little bit later for me, so I'm a little bit like more polished, for lack of a better term. Like I've learned. Like they're still great. Like I stand behind them 100%. It's just if you're asking for like peak performance, it's later stuff as I'm getting better over time. So
can you make a compilation of your best bloopers?
Maybe someday. I need to put out more bloopers first. I have them up on my Patreon and stuff, and there's going to be more up there because I think I have like 9 sets of bloopers that have never gone up on Patreon. So maybe someday I will make a master blooper file.
Do you like writing sex scenes? Have you considered writing a series that makes your Twitch handle true, 25 to 33% sex by content? No, I'll probably never write anything that's quite that heavy with sex. The closest I came was like 10%, and that was in one of the Apocalypse Gates books. It's like book 3 or 4, I want to say, is the closest I've come to having like an inordinate amount of sex in any given book. But even then, it was like I said, maybe 10%. Could I write a book that was that sex heavy? Yeah, absolutely. Would it be difficult to do? No, be fucking dead simple. Could I push out a book every month that was that orientated? Easily. But I think the story would suffer for it overall.
I think you would suffer for it.
And that's why I won't do it.
Yeah.
I want the story to be the story. If sex happens, sex happens. But once you understand how two people interact in the bedroom, I don't see the need to revisit it unless there's a reason to revisit it for some reason. The wives in Binding Words deciding that they were finally going to have kids, Andy having that moment with Sean, and then breaking down over the fact that Chastity wasn't going to have that same moment, that deserved time on screen. So it was there. But just them having sex, no. We've established how they interact in that regard. That's honestly it's the same. It's the same with combat, guys. Once you understand how somebody is fighting, if there's nothing in that scene that's going to change the dynamic of how that fight is going to happen, I don't see the need to re-show it again. There has to be something that is screen worthy for me to extend out a fight scene and be like, this is what is going on. If it's just a one-on-one, like if Greg spars with Jen, we kind of know how they're going to clash. Yeah. We know what their strengths are, how they're going to move around each other. I don't need to write out an entire combat between them because we kind of know. But if Greg was fighting Ragnar again, in a dozen years or whatever, they've both grown a little bit, so I'd at least show part of that and allude to where the growth has been. So, do I understand correctly? The Banshee's Whale and its sequel will not be on Amazon. They will eventually be on Amazon. They will not be on Kindle Unlimited. So,
Would you mind grabbing any questions that are me? Because I gotta head out of here in like 5 minutes, if that's okay.
No, that's a problem. I'll lie and make things up. It's fine. I understand. It is my dinner time. I am also getting hungry. I will just finish out my questions. So thank you for coming, Andy. Thank you
I love you guys.
for
Thank you
bluing
for
with
having me.
us.
I loved it. This was
I will,
awesome.
I will invite you back every month, and barring your schedule and everything else, you come as you are.
I will blue whenever I can.
That's all we can ask.
And I will mama bear you all day, Jen. I love you, and you know that. I will hold you in my little mama bear pouch.
We don't kink shame here. We might question, but we never shame.
Exactly.
Bye,
I love you guys.
Andy.
Bye.
And there she goes. And now things are a bit, well, I would say dimmer, but actually I think the screen got a lot brighter because the blue isn't here anymore. So visually bright, but also visually less appealing. And that's just because you guys got just me now. Nobody wants to see that. How many books do you expect AR to continue to? As many as it takes to finish telling the story. I will find out when Greg tells me. I am an after action reporter. I report on what my characters tell me. So I do not know. I know that there are skips coming in the books. When there's not things happening, there are some moments for this posting that Gregory is going to in the next book that need to be shown. So it can't just be he finished that posting, let's get on with things. But there are going to be variable time skips during that posting and then after. So I would say less than 30 books at the moment, because I don't want to get you guys. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's going to be 22 books and then end up at 21 and be like, I'm really sorry. So I'm going to ballpark in a very round way and say it should be under 30. There you go. That is the most I can do. If I swear to fucking God, Gregory, if you go to 31 just to spite me, dude, I'm gonna slap you so fucking hard. Daniel, can you write a duet for 2 females? I don't need another one. I have Andy. I wrote that duet specifically because Andy was like, man, I really wanted to do a duet with Jack Fields. And I went, hold my beer. Without it being beer, hold my whiskey, because I don't really drink beer. Hold my beverage. There we go. And she is in fact one of the best moderators you could ever hope for. One of. I am not going to slight my other moderators, especially since one of the other ones is currently shirtless, and I have their camera up on the bottom of my screen. I mean, wow, that is. Whew. Yeah, if you do that, I'm not paying attention to chat. Good gods, I have limits, folks. Please, my head will. That's just obscene, and I love it. Sorry, guys. My moderators are teasing me. Has Blurb ever given a damn at Daniel? I don't believe so. Not that I am aware of. I know that she does enjoy a good blurb, though. And Google now, for those people who are aware of the doctors on Dreams. I am almost caught up. That is fucking amazing timing. Speaking of dentists, the series Judge, Jury, and Executioner as an MC need to go to the dentist, and the options are Dr. Toofaker and Dr. Payne. Then I'm assuming that they went to that one, if it was based on the dentist they went to, unless it was just the name, and in which case, okay, but... Do you take pleasure subverting classic fantasy archetypes? I do like putting my own spin on things at times, but I don't sit in the corner and giggle over the fact that, oh, I've changed this and it's amazing. So, have you ever considered that fish are delicious? I have not, Arctic, because I am not a huge fan of fish. I love me some sea bugs, some shrimp, but There are not many fish that I consider delicious. I will leave those to the troll bear that you are. In many people's opinions, including mine, the first lit RPG book was The Sleeping Dragon by Rosenberg, the start of the Guardians of Flame series. I mean, possibly. I know some older ones that you could argue with, but I'm talking more of the current genre push of lit RPG, Rob, which was a thing because I like the Dream Park series came out in the '80s as well. One of the oh God, was it Zon? One of the older fantasy authors also has another one that can be considered lit RPG. It really depends on how you're defining the idea of a lit RPG. I mean, Tron, for all intents and purposes, is a lit RPG. So when you wrote the character Andy with huge tracts of land, that wasn't about IRL Andy? No, it wasn't. That was just I needed a name. The reason Andy's name got used there was I was probably like partially bubbly person with big boobs, and that's probably why my name associated with that. But there's nothing about that character that I was like, oh, this is totally Andy. So it doesn't equate for me. SAO was my introduction to the concept of virtual video game. I think Land was my first lit RPG book. So read the first book, Valen's Legacy and American Dragons, are the first harem lit RPG character sheet. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, you would really have to you'd have to really autism deep dive on that. Start bringing things up and looking at them and then breaking them apart and everything else. Would Andy duet with herself? I think Andy plays with herself an awful lot in some of the books. Um, she said I could answer questions for her, so I'm going to say that yes, and she has enjoyed her duets with herself. Um, and I don't think I'm going to get in trouble too terribly much for that. And if I do, then I will apologize profusely, as we said before. Was that it? I think I have caught up to everything that has been flagged for me. So we have reached the end of the live chat, folks. We have been going for an hour and a half. We had Andy here for over an hour of it. We have answered all the questions. We've commented. We've rambled. We've misspoken quite a few times. I have been derailed by shirtless mods and people playing with our nipples. So it's been a full thing. I think now I'm gonna go stuff my mouth full of delicious food. Totally not think about my mods and what they might have been doing off camera that you'll never know about. And we will be back after Lit RPG Con for the next live chat. Make sure to check your Twitch messages in the next 2-3 days, guys, to see if I am trying to get a coin to you. And also be aware, if you are overseas somewhere, if you're not in the United States, you might have duties due on that package when it shows up for you. I just had a fan in India who messaged me and told me they basically returned my coin because they didn't want to pay the duties that I can't think of it now. The people who take in mail and packages, customs that their customs office had put on it. So you might perhaps have a customs fee when the coin shows up if you live somewhere other than the United States. For most places that I've sent them, that has been a no. But in this case, at least one of my fans in India has told me yes, there was a fee associated with going to pick up the coin. But do please check your messages in the next couple of days. Lit RPG Con, can we throw up the other banner that shows my schedule? My schedule for Lit RPG Con. Those are the 3 days of the convention, folks. So please come. If you are in the greater Denver area, come show up if you can get a ticket, because I know that they're going to end up, they have limited day of tickets if you haven't already bought one of their full passes. And I will have free stuff to give to you. I will be there to sign things if you have things for me to sign. Just come, hang out, meet other fans in the genre. Sign up to be one of the people who can get a signing from Dinnaman. all the different things that are going to be there. And then we will be back for the live chat on the 15th at 12 Pacific time next month. Hopefully, most of us will have been recovered from that. But at the convention, we are going to be pushing the Kickstarter for Deathless Sentinel, the book one, which is Banshee's Wail, which is the urban fantasy series. So we will have more information at the con with that. The Kickstarter will be up and running with that. So lots of news coming. And that's it. I'm done. Y'all be safe out there. Have a good night. And hopefully I survive till next month. Bye.